Burgess. I've been playing trumpet for 9 years, and I'm the president of the high school wind ensemble. Tonight you're going to hear 4 groups performing. We have the 5th and 6th grade ensemble, which is behind me, the 7th and the 8th grade ensemble, the high school wind chamber group, and then the high school wind ensemble.
Hi, my name's Abby. I've been in band since the 4th grade as well. I am the vice president and librarian of the high school wind ensemble. And on behalf of the entire Fairfield Music Department, I'd like to thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello and welcome to our winter band concert. I am Doug Conrad, Director of Bands here at Fairfield Area Middle School and High School. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight and supporting our student musicians as they put on what we've been working so hard on for the past few months. So right now up here, as our student officers in the high school band had mentioned, we are a 5th and 6th grade band. So what is unique about this ensemble is about half of the group has been playing for 1 year or less. So has anyone ever back in the day played a musical instrument, starting out flutophone? If anyone's old enough like me to remember flutophone before they recorded it. Yeah, so as you can remember, starting an instrument and only having a few months to put on a successful performance, I think really speaks to the type of motivated and hardworking students we have here at Fairfield Area Middle School, and it is the one of the best things of my day being able to work with such bright and talented and hardworking students. So that first tune you heard was the classic Hanukkah hit, Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel. So to finish out our portion of the concert, we are going to finish with the Christmas classic, Jolly Old Saint Nick. So one thing I would like to acknowledge real quick. Good, hold on guys, one second. So two special people I would like to acknowledge very quickly is just a few weeks ago, here in Pennsylvania, the Music Teachers Association across the state is called PMEA. PMEA District 7, which is our local region, featuring schools all the way through Lancaster, Harrisburg, York, and it's a huge area. We actually were able to feature 2 students in our middle school band to be part of the PMEA District 7 Youth Honors Band. So 2 students I'd like to acknowledge real quick that are in the programs, Karina Miller and Elijah Wiley. They had a concert just a few weeks ago, and you watched it. Just a round of applause. So thank you all very much. We're going to have a brief stage change here and warm up with the 7th and 8th band, and we'll be right back on with the rest of our concert. Please hold tight. Okay, we're going to feature now our 7th and 8th grade band. So before we begin with our first piece, we're going to bring an 8th grade student up here, a very fine trombone player and a great young man. We're going to have introducing our first piece, Invincible by Robert W. Smith, Mr. Jackson Seymour.
Good evening. Invincible by Robert W. Smith is a triumphant fanfare that features our brass and percussion section. The song begins with a heroic theme played by trumpets and leads to a melodic interlude of different sections of the ensemble. Please put your hands together for Invincible.
Thank you so much. So before we would end our portion of the concert here with the middle school bands, I just wanted to take a moment, if you all could look in your program, to put on such a spectacle like this in a school like ours, where we feature the beginning product, the middle product, and eventually with high school, the end product, is really quite remarkable, and it really takes a lot of great people involved and a lot of support, which we do have in Fairfield, to put on such great music making with our students. So people I'd like to thank and acknowledge for a quick second are our Fairfield Area School District Board of Directors, Mr. Michael Admek, our new superintendent, we're glad to have him here, and also Mrs. Sarah Farmer, assistant to the superintendent and also supervisor of special education, and our principals. We have Mr. Brian McDowell, high school principal, Mrs. Patricia Weber, middle school principal, and Mrs. Barbara Richwine, elementary principal. A few other special people I'd like to acknowledge quickly are my outstanding colleagues here in the music department, Mrs. Patsy Mills, chorus director in middle school and high school, and Mrs. Reinecker, the elementary music teacher. Mrs. Reinecker, I'm sure everyone here is very familiar with, she has been a huge asset these past 2 years. She, in addition to her normal teaching day at the elementary school, she has given time, along with the support and help of Mrs. Ridgewine, to allow time in her schedule to come up. And whenever we have our 5th and 6th grade band sectionals or lessons, as some may call them, Mrs. Reinecker is able to come up and assist with those, so that way students get a lot more time with individual instruction and all the different eccentricities that is very vital to the success of a young musician. So I would really like to thank her for all her help and support. I would also like to thank Mr. Nathan Makar for all of his help with the auditorium setup and sound, and also special features. Some of you might be watching online out here. We have here in Fairfield the luxury of having live stream, so even if you are not live streaming it right now, if you will, if you want to send a concert to grandma in Montana or somebody far away, this will be available on the school district YouTube channel, which is available on the main school district website. So thank you everyone, also to on our live stream chiming in right now. So to finish off our middle school portion of the concert, we're going to feature Mr. Noah Wiley, an 8th grade saxophone player, to introduce our next piece.
A Childhood Hymn is by David Holsinger. This piece features flowing melodies in the woodwind section and finishes with a strong ending with our brass section. Please sit back and enjoy A Childhood Hymn.
One more time for the 7th and 8th grade band. So if you could please just hold tight just for a few seconds. We're going to have just a brief stage change, and we will head on with our high school portion of the concert. The first thing you will see is the high school chamber winds, followed by the high school wind ensemble. So please just make sure to hold on just for a second. It should only take about 5 or 8 minutes, and we'll be right back in just a few. Okay, thank you for your patience there during our brief intermission. So if you're back in the lobby, please feel free to come back down. We're going to go ahead and start now with our high school portion of the concert. So, these fine musicians up here are our high school chamber winds, as we call ourselves. So one great thing about this year is with the schedule we have for band, not just at the high school, but also at the middle school level, our principals and administration have been very supportive, very helpful, very resourceful in making a schedule this year that allows band from all stages to occur and happen more frequently throughout the year. Band and chorus now at the high school level meet every other day. Before that, sometimes we still met frequently, but not as frequent as we do now. And with helping Mr. McDowell, it's been a great asset. Mrs. Weber, Mrs. Ridgewine too, have been a great asset too with our middle school schedule, and it's been a tremendous help this year. So with this group, we are the group that meets on days when Mrs. Mills will have full chorus. So we are the band only chamber winds. So what we're going to play first for you is a little rendition of the holiday classic, Here Comes Santa Claus. Thank you. So, we are going to finish off this portion with a tremendous medley of classics from the old. I just heard the other day that there's some more recent ones now, but the old Charlie Brown Christmas specials. Who's old enough to remember those? Saturday mornings in December growing up, yeah, I'm a child of the 90s, so that was kind of the end of their show, but I remember them. So, anyway, this will be a lot of classic hits. You'll hear a lot of the classic themes with the Christmas time is here, but even some of the ones that you may distinctively remember, some ice skating scenes and stuff like that. Lots of cool jazz harmonies going on, lots of little soloistic features in our instrumentals here. And I will tell you something, with this group here, there's lots of independency in their parts. Sometimes they might be the only person playing the melody. And to be able to play with that level of independence really says something about our students. So this is a great group to work with, lots of great people here. So without further ado then, this is a Charlie Brown Christmas arranged by Paul Murtha. One more run for our high school Chamberlains. All right, so please just give us one quick stage change here. We're going to bring on the high school wind ensemble just in a moment, and we'll be right back with you. Thank you. So now we're going to feature, last but certainly not least, the high school wind ensemble. So to introduce all of our pieces tonight, we have a special band member, one of the greatest students here in Fairfield, and she's going to tell you about each and every one of our pieces here tonight. So here to bring on our first piece, Kentucky 1800, and to give you more of an idea, Miss Abby Finfrock.
And is based on three traditional songs. The Promised Land first appeared in 1835 and was composed by Miss Matilda Durham. I'm Sad and Lonely was first found in Carl Sandburg's collection, The American Song Bag. Cindy has been under speculation for a composer, but the song has been found in many books and collections.
So, to give you a little bit of background before Abby introduces our next piece. So, in winter holiday music, we have a lot of fond historical love figures. Santa Claus, Rudolph, Frosty. Our next piece, though, is about a character who actually sometimes is not so loved. It's a piece about the German folklore tradition of the Krampus. Has anyone ever heard about it before? Yeah, so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is, to put short, and Miss Klein here, our German teacher at the school, tradition that the Krampus. Has anyone ever seen what goes out? This is a so the Krampus is,
On Christmas Eve, Krampus will come into your room with his horns and his switch and his eyes full of doom. He'll click his black claws and he'll comb his dark mane, and he'll laugh and he'll scream as he rattles his chains. most terribly bad, then worse will await you, young lasses and lads. He'll grab you and suck you down deep in his sack, and he'll take you away, and you'll never come back.
And with Lexi, she is a very intelligent student. I am putting bets, a future astronaut, something like that along those lines, a really smart kid. So she actually just got that narration part about a week ago. So for her ability to kind of put that character into that is quite remarkable. And she's done such a great job along with the rest of our students. So to finish off our concert tonight, we are going to feature a piece which has a lot of cool things going on in it. It actually celebrates the holiday of Kwanzaa. So you'll hear a lot of things in the African tradition. Think quasi, Lion King, Circle of Life, that kind of sound. Lots of drums, percussion, some tribal-esque singing, and lots of other great things. So before we get into that, and with our intro from Abby, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight, supporting all of our students from our 5th grade all the way through our 12th graders up here in the high school. They have been an outstanding group of kids tonight. And one more round of applause for all students. So, to close off our concert tonight, we are going to feature Imani by Shauna Locke, and to tell you a little bit more about it, Miss Abby, Finna Frog.
Faith, Imani, a Kwanzaa celebration, is composed by Shauna Laughlin. The song is named after the 7th day of Kwanzaa, Imani, which translated means faith. There is an exciting percussion part that captures the tribal feeling. There is a flute solo by Abby Goddard.
the High School Wind Ensemble. So thank you so much again for coming out and supporting our student musicians here in Fairfield. They've all done an outstanding job tonight. So thank you again so much. Happy holidays and have a wonderful holiday break here in the next upcoming few weeks. So thank you very much and have a lovely evening.